Good morning. It is Let It Go and Let It Grow, and this is Monday. I don't know what the date is, so I'm not going to tell you. One of these days, I'm going to just look at the date before I do this, but it's the 22nd, because yesterday was the first day of summer, so it's the 22nd of June. So what are we letting go of today? And that is the Knight of Cups. Cups is emotion, intuition, dreams, and spiritual connection. And this is Pisces, and it's a huge water influence. So we're releasing unrealistic ideas. The Knight of Cups is all about the heart. He leads with emotion. He is your knight in shining armor. And sometimes he has unrealistic ideas of how things are going. So this is where we're releasing the unrealistic ideas today. What have you been thinking about that you want to achieve? Is that something that's achievable for you, or is it something that you now have to call yourself on for being unrealistic? Let go of chasing dreams that no longer resonate with you. We sometimes get caught up in the idea of what we're doing and what we want to do is the right thing, and we get attached to that. We don't realize that we have actually outgrown the needing and the wanting to actually do it, but we have invested so much of our time, energy, and where this is a cup emotion, that we get attached to the idea of it and keep trying to pursue it. In reality, this no longer suits us, our path, and instinctively we know that, but emotionally we are in a place that we still want to carry through with this. This is saying today, it is the time to emotionally mature, come to the realization that this is no longer part of our path. Drop emotional idealism that keeps you stuck exactly where you are. So, and that's exactly it. We are coming with this card to emotional maturity and realizing that some of the things we emotionally want might not be that physical realm where we still need to be. Stop waiting for life to feel perfect before you move forward. The perfect moment is now. If you are waiting for perfection in other ways, you're never going to get a more perfect time than it is right now. So take a bit of action, get on that horse, beautiful horse in the back there, and start riding towards the sunset, because where you're staying right now isn't actually where you're supposed to be. And the Knight of Cups is all about that fantasy romance. He lives in a fantasy world, a romantic world. Heart on his sleeve, will give you anything. He is the one that shows up with roses and chocolates. And it is asking you today to let that fantasy grow into real transformation and authentic purpose, rather than living in that fantasy realm of how you perceive and wish things to be. Step out of it and walk into that emotional maturity again and go forward into the real authentic place of peace and creativity for yourself. I see it as creativity because the cup is sitting there on orange rug, and that is sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is about sexual energy and creativity. So for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, we are the Knight of Cups is the dreamer, the poet, and the seeker. This card is asking whether you are following your heart or simply following a fantasy of what you think your life should be like. So really take stock today and look into, it's great to fantasize, it's fantastic to be a romantic at heart, but is that actually really truly serving you today? And being a water sign, it is asking you to really check into those emotions. So we are growing the Death card today, and this energy is Scorpio energy, major arcana, and it's transformation, rebirth, renewal, and evolution. So growing through your transformation. So this is asking you to transform that energy of the cups and that fantasy of the cups, and start bringing the real essence of what you want into your life and transform. Embrace endings that are leading to new beginnings. So when you are letting go of chasing those dreams, you are giving that space to open for new energies to come in behind it. And we are asking those today. Show us our way. You can see the star there lighting up. Light that star in a new direction and transform that energy in something that can work for you. allow the outdated versions of yourself, that fantasy life, to fall away and touch base into a more real, mature version of yourself today, and what you can do, the small steps that you can take to ensure that your transition is as smooth as it can be, but also that you're grounded in and rooted in this energy. There's a lot of red in this card, so that's that grounded, rooted energy. Trust the process of the rebirth. Rebirths can be painful, but they don't have to, especially when you're dealing with high emotions and high romanticism of how things are looking. This is asking you to realize that you can let those fall away, wash away, take that energy of the cups, wash it away, but be gentle in the process, but also trust it that it's turning out the way it's supposed to for you right now, and step into a more authentic expression of who you are. And we are just entering Cancer, so that high emotion. A lot of caregivers have that Cancer energy, having that wanting to support others. Pisces as well, that really supportive side, emotional side. So coming into the Cancer, we are going to be noticing a lot more of that energy around us in the next month. So, trust that process of allowing this energy to wash through us. Step into a more authentic thought of who you truly are. So Scorpio notes today, death is the ultimate card of transformation. It is the caterpillar becoming the butterfly and the snake shedding its skin. It's also the phoenix rising from the flame for a new, beautiful, beautiful change, rising from those ashes, becoming something beautiful. Something is trying to emerge for you today, and just try to pay attention to it as it's happening and not getting lost into that fantasy world. So the reading feels like it's a difference between dreaming and journeying and actually becoming the traveler. So stepping out of that fantasy realm of dreaming of what could be, journeying through other lands, and actually grounding and planting your feet here on Earth. The Knight believes in possibilities, magic, love, and it's an absolutely beautiful thing. But sometimes the Knight becomes so completely enchanted in his dreams that he hesitates to really let that actually manifest and shape itself into the real physical world. He's living up in his head, living in his heart, living in emotions, but not living physically planted here. Death arrives and says, the dream isn't ending. It's just simply evolving for you. Many of us become attached to the way that we imagine that life would unfold, relationships, careers, healing journeys, the path, the spiritual path we're on, and our future in general. But the transformation is asking us to release not only what was, but what we expected it to be. The Knight is asking, so what happens if my dreams change? There's fear behind that. What happens if, this illusion in my head melts away? And Death smiles and says, what if it becomes something even greater for you today? So releasing that need to have that fantasy life and realizing that the path we're on can help this personal spiritual growth in such a strong. The Death card, a lot of people fear it when they see it. They think of real physical true death. And, this is about that shifting of energies, that infinity symbol, which is at the bottom of the card. Energy always is transforming as the snake comes out of its skin, as that butterfly comes out of the chrysalis, and as that phoenix rises from the flame. So we are in transformation stages, and the new life that is coming in behind it, the new skin of the snake, the new wings of the butterfly, and that little, picturing Harry Potter, a little fox, the little baby phoenix, learning how to use its wings and grow into its beauty. The old dream no longer fit because you've outgrown it. And the older version of yourself may not resonate right now. And that's not failure, it's complete growth. We have to evolve to step forward in our own lives, in our own potentiality. You can't stay stagnant and you can't stay in that fantasy world. The caterpillar doesn't mourn becoming the butterfly, even though it's an incredibly messy way. They literally dissolve into liquid and goo and reformulate. It's simply what's meant to be. So what's going to grow out of your goo? When you put yourself back together, when you patchwork yourself back together, and there's different transformations that can happen too. I always see the butterfly as a more slower transition because they do have to build the cocoon. They do have to, decompose and then rebuild themselves out of goo. Where the snake, in more shamanic terms, is a quick transformations because they crack out of the skin and go. So transformations can be slow and thought out, and it can be quick like a snake. And I see Phoenix energy more being birthed out of the fires of real strife, trauma, drama. This is the stuff, the issues that bring you to your knees, almost have you begging because there's such a fire energy. It's like being burnt down to your core. But this is helping you become who you are meant to be. Sometimes it's an easy transition like the snake. Sometimes you have to break down a bit, and sometimes you have to burn and rebuild yourself from the flame outwards. So we are asking today to release that fantasy and grow into that transformation. What is leaving your life is creating space for you in some other area. So what dream or expectation are you being asked to release? And what version of yourself is waiting to emerge and become the new transformation for you? What are you transforming? Where are you in your journey? Are you a butterfly? Are you a snake? Or are you Phoenix? Where are you on your journey? So I'm going to do healing spirits today, and we'll see what we got here. The light in you can always lead the way. So that is calling into that quiet place, that peace place of the soul, becoming quiet, stabilizing yourself, balancing yourself out, and finding that true spark, that true fire inside of you. What do you want to charge today? Where is that energy coming from? And where is it leading you on your journey? Where are you on your path right now that your own light is calling out to you to help you shine? And this is what it's all about, is getting deep into our own potentiality and becoming, I sometimes see a lighthouse as helping others. I see Ray, that's my symbol for him, as the lighthouse. He is a beacon to help others around him. But sometimes that light has to shine for you as well. So where are you shining that light back? You picture a mirror in front of the lighthouse, and it's bouncing back on you and illuminating you completely. So that inner light is lighting you up, lighting your way, helping you on your path. So where are you bouncing that light back to you today? What shadows are you shining that light back to help you move forward on your path as you come into that transformation of coming out of that fantasy that's in your head and walking forward on the transformational path that the Death card has helped us illuminate and walk through today? So light up yourself for your own journey so you can lead yourself out of the forest as well. You don't have to be the beacon of light for everybody every single day. You don't have to be the beacon of light for everyone else. You sometimes need to light your own fire first. So have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.